Introducing first the challenger in the red corner. He fights out of Cleveland, Ohio. He weighed in at 168 pounds, representing Strong Style Fight Team with an MMA record, 22 wins, 7 losses. He is a 5-time UFC veteran and the #1 contender. Please welcome Forrest the Meat Cleaver Petz. His opponent in the blue corner, he fights out of Detroit, Michigan. He weighed in at 170 pounds, representing Eastside Combat Club with an MMA record, 18 wins, 16 losses, and 1 draw. He is a WEC veteran and the current reigning and defending NAAFS Pro Series welterweight champion. Please welcome Brendan the Caucasian Devastation Seguin. This bout is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds, and when the action begins, your referee is Mr. Mark Matheny.
Okay, guys, come here to the center, please. The rules were covered earlier today. Do either one of you have any questions? I demand a clean, fair fight. All these fans, they demand an exciting fight. We're going to give it to them, right? Hook them up now. Back up. We're going to come out fighting.
Well, this is it, man. This is what we've been waiting for. We are here. You know, make no doubt about it, Seguin, the WEC vet, he's been in there and rocked some heavy hitters. Got wins over J-Rock, Jonathan Goulet, and Ryan Madigan, all UFC vets. And looking at a rundown of who both of these guys have actually fought in their histories is like looking at a who's who in MMA.
Yeah, these are 2 premier welterweights in this sport. Make no mistake about it.
Round 1, a 5-round title fight.
And this place is sold out, John S. Knight Center, and it is quiet. Everybody knows that they're about to watch something special.
Forrest comes out with a big left.
From what I understand, there's thousands watching on Ustream right now.
He might have cut Seguin right out of the rip with that. Seguin is bleeding profusely, and that's nothing new here tonight. We got blood all over this place.
And I can't tell from this angle, but I do think it's above the eye.
I believe you're right.
Yep.
It's above his right eye, and it's a pretty decent cut. No shock here tonight.
Yeah, of course, a little blood on us.
Bloodbath so far.
And of course, since they're bleeding, they come right over by us.
I think that's a prerequisite. If they're bleeding, they got to fight over here. So
it's a rule.
Yeah, that's to say, it's in the contract.
Yeah, Forrest cut him open.
Oh, that's a bad cut.
That could give Seguin some problems as his fight progresses.
You can already see that's affecting Seguin's vision.
And if I'm not mistaken, that was the first shot right out of the rip. There goes that big right overhand of Forrest. Yeah, Greg, I don't know. I think that might have been the very first shot of the fight.
I think you're right. It was definitely the first exchange.
Maybe our guys, image video, Dean and the boys will get us a little replay on that here after this first round. We'll find out. Nice body shot by Forrest. Brendan misses with that left. Forrest slips in and hits that body like he is known to do. Nice lead cut kick by Brendan.
Nice knee there.
Yeah, nothing really connected. Really, really well executed combination. Mark Matheny's actually standing in my way. There you go, move.
It's a good right hand, I believe, by Seguin that may have gotten through. Matheny momentarily impaired our vision there, but Petz again, one of those guys with a granite chin, man. I mean, Dan Hardy, you talked about one of the best fights I've ever seen was Hardy versus Petz.
Yeah, you and I were both there for that. Brutal, brutal fight.
And they both just landed huge bombs.
Forrest looked like he might have just been stepping back there. Maybe he was staggered. Nice head kick. Brendan gets a smile out of Brendan Seguin, the current champ. Yeah, and Greg, that was a night to remember, man. That fight between him and Hardy.
That was a great fight.
I mean, up and down, beating each other up, knocking each other down the whole 5 rounds.
What you got here, not only is this a title fight, but you got Detroit versus Cleveland. You got Eastside Combat versus Strong Style, which is becoming a little rivalry in its own. So this has a lot of background.
Ohio and Michigan.
Absolutely, Ohio and Michigan.
Big right by Forrest. And it, you know, some of that blood looks to be, that's not yet closing the eye of Brendan, but man, it's all around it.
Shout out to our buddy listening or watching on Ustream too, Mike Camp, who actually manages Brendan Seguin at F1 Management.
Brendan, tough fighter, man.
What they say, 18-16-1. This guy's been around the block.
Oh yeah, and I mean, again, when you're looking at the list of guys that he has fought, it is a who's who.
Yeah, that might be the most deceiving record in the sport, really.
You're looking at guys, I think he's got a fight against Dean Lister. I mean, it just goes on and on. And the same holds true for Forrest.
You know, when you beat a guy like Marcus Davis, I mean, and Dan Hardy, I mean, we've talked about it. This guy, I mean, both of these guys, there's no shortage of experience there.
Forrest went for
misses
that.
with yeah, just misses with that head kick.
I think Forrest may have found something that he's going for that head kick. I think he's
probably going around toward that right eye.
Nice body kick.
Nice kick, yeah. Come back with a decent leg kick. And then Seguin getting busy up there. Forrest comes back to the body, rips that right.
Man, those are devastating body shots.
Man, I mean, when he stays in that pocket and rips like that, you can just feel the pain. I think I said before his last fight against Taiwan, you know, Forrest will reach in and tear your soul out with those things, man.
Oh, that's a great way to put it. And this is a 5-round fight.
Yeah, he is attacking. John, you mentioned that kick, and you know, Forrest maybe having a particular target in mind. He does. It's the right eye, Brendan Seguin. Good show of sportsmanship.
Good first round.
Excellent. And these guys are going to have to get that eye cleaned up because Forrest is going to keep on attacking it.
Might have to give a slight nod to the challenger there in that first round. Obviously, the cut and the damage done early in that round, but I think Forrest dictated the tempo more so.
Let's take a look back at some of these replays. Maybe we can see more of this.
I think this might be the first exchange here that we're looking at.
Yeah, there it was.
Good call, Steve.
Yeah, first strike of the fight, and that's the one that cut him up. Probably turned that glove sideways and caught a crease with it or something, but opened him up with it.
Well, and it doesn't take much in that spot.
Well, and you know, you take a look at either one of these guys, they got a lot of scar tissue. They've been opened up there before, and it's a lot easier to open them up again. Sometimes these guys don't get stitched properly, and John, you know all about that. I mean, if you don't get these things stitched and closed up properly, they can open up very, very easily.
There was that high kick that got a little smile